Charlie, what a good man. What a good man to bring your light up toilet up in the thing tonight. Hello. Hello, everyone. Charlie, you live right there for now. I'm taking this mic over here. Right. Right. Welcome. It's Thursday. And that means that you're going to come along with me for a couple hours into the dark side. Oh, what did I just say? I think I said the dark side. What I meant was the dork side. And never underestimate the dork side of the force, okay? Please. Vintage 1980s sticker, by the way. So here we are. We do this most every week, if I'm able to, from my home in Raleigh. And I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm seeing a bunch of familiar faces. And what I'm seeing right over here, and I'll show you, is this guy is first again. Not young, my good friend Jeff from Raleigh, North Carolina here. We've known each other for a few decades. And so that's very good. That's cause for celebration, of course. But it has been 2 weeks in a row that you've been first. And that is unusual, as most people here know. Our friend, writer Jordan Gorey Lurie, is usually first all the time. All the time. And what this whole first thing in the chat means, for those of you who don't know, is that at the end of this year, I'll tally up all the names of the people who are first in the chat for my live streams, and I will also tally up all the people who were last to post in my side chat during the stream. Each of those names will go in a bucket, first and last, an energy dome bucket, and then I'll pick names from those and send out a couple of prize packs. And I've been doing this for, 2 or 3 years now, I think. And so that's why people are coming in trying to be first. But you can also try to be last. It's a little trickier, but we can make it happen. Record man David, what's up? Nice to see you. Thanks for your support. And Vince is here. Vince, it was really good to see you in Vegas. I guess Ryder's not coming here anymore. Well, here's the thing. I think this is cause for alarm. It's been 2 weeks now that our friend Ryder has not been here. I went and tried to find his Facebook page because we're friends on Facebook. He's no longer there. And his YouTube channel is not active at all. There's one video on that channel. I did leave a message for him on that video saying, hey, are you okay? What's going on? We're just checking in on you. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what is going on there. I mean, his Facebook page may have been dead for a long time because I don't really connect with him on Facebook. So, yeah, definitely unlike him. But I don't know if anybody knows him personally or how to get in touch with him. But check on my boy, Ryder, because we're concerned. Rathet, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you here. And our friend Butter Knives Talia. Okay, now, let me get this straight. You farted the words, hey, everyone. So when you farted, hey, everyone came out, that is talent. That is skill. That is God-given skill right there. Butter Knives. Use that to your advantage. She can do a ventriloquist show using her ass. I mean, I don't know if you could choose what words come out or if it just happens to be whatever. Hey, everyone. That should be a pretty interesting sounding bit of flatulence. And then Dead Wax. Randy, good to see you, man. All the time, good to see you. Randy's a rocker, and Randy knows his rock and roll. And he likes all kinds of different rock and roll. I like Randy a lot. But Randy does tell fibs every now and then, but that's part of his character. His YouTube character is a troublemaker. But all in good fun. Now, he is claiming that I am not going to do a stream tonight, although he does spell my name wrong, so he may be talking about somebody else. But because of some debate, a presidential debate, I see. So here's the deal. Here's what my debate is. Let me just bring up this presidential thing. Okay, so how many people here, and let me see you in the side chat, how many people here trust their government and specifically trust the U.S. government? How many people trust their government? How many people like their government overall? You can say yes, I trust. You could say trust or no trust. Just type trust or no trust. I'd like to know how many people trust their government. Trust or no trust, type it in the side chat because I want to know. Just give me a few at least so I can get a little no trust. Okay, no trust. Okay, yeah, Mohawk Man, what's up? Okay, so antitrust. Okay, so here's the deal. So if you don't trust your government, how can you still believe in the democratic system, the voting system? If the government is as bad as you think it is, do you think they would actually give us control over who runs or which puppet is in front of us for 4 years or whatever it is? I don't think they're going to give us that power. I don't trust it. I think it's just another soap opera that they have us involved in to deter us from really being, creative, productive. I don't know what benefit it has. It's probably some deep psychological warfare they're playing, but I gave up on that stuff years ago. And I once was a believer in that, but I finally realized that's a silly construct. I know it's silly. Well, what do you expect from me? It's just, if you don't trust your government, then how are you going to trust them to count votes and put the guy that we want in? I mean, typically the guys that we want in don't run anyway. But I'm just saying it's a tricky. Humans are a tricky species. That's what Bob Two used to always tell me. Who is Michael? I get your wrath. You're pointing out the spelling error. Amina, Thor fan extraordinaire, with her new fan site, rockingwiththor.com. You guys should check it out. Not young. Nice try, Dead Wags, but we know better. My people know better. Yeah, I could care less about politics, really. I'm interested to see what goes on in the debate. Yeah, me not so much. I just, shenanigans are going to go on. Shenanigans. Deadwax, there better be a show. Well, there is, Vince. Here we are. And this guy's going to be watching the so-called debate and playing some video games. Neither of which I'll be doing anytime soon. I can't tell whose thorax Pilmer is wearing. Well, I'll tell you whose thorax. It's not, I guess, I don't know whose thorax it is necessarily. It's just a Skelly shirt. But I got this from my good friend, I Am Hopfrog, who you've seen here on the channel. Years ago, he sent me this gift. And I don't even think I've worn it on YouTube yet. So thank you, Dave Hopfrog. We appreciate it. Oh, Randy, you're such a troublemaker. I don't know when look, the debate starts now, right now, with me. Let's debate why people believe in that. I think Michael is Michael's doppelganger. Okay, I'd take that. Hey, the beach. Adrian's always at the beach. Surfer, beach bum, Adrian. Nice to see you, Adrian, again. I've seen you several times this year. Liars don't deserve wrenches. Well, but they deserve to run for office, I guess. I can't give them a wrench, but they can run for president. Oh, figure that out. There are a lot of beaches. That's true. It's a true statement. And Joe is here, Joe Machos, who drove all the way from where he lives, several hours at least drive, to come here last weekend for the Wiffle Fist 33 and a third year anniversary at Lump Gallery here in Raleigh. Wiffle Fist was a collective that I used to be a part of. It was an art collective we started in Raleigh back in 1990. And it was just a bunch of weirdos who shared an interest in off-kilter music and weird art. And we had the skills and we had the stuff. And we all shared the skills and the equipment and the knowledge and the passion to make things. So we had a little record label of sorts. And we did shows and we did T-shirts and all that stuff. So anyway, we celebrated that last weekend by having a few of the bands who haven't performed in 30 years do little performances, and we showed a bunch of archives from the Wiffle Fist stash and like old flyers and press releases and reviews and all kinds of stuff. So Joe, I want to thank you for coming down for that. It was really good to see you there. Okay, Doheny Beach. That's the beach Adrian's talking about. Jerry Layton, another creator here, another creative person. Jerry, nice to see you, buddy. Shout out to all my beaches. I know what you're saying, Vincent. Captain Beefheart. Although I have respect for Captain Beefheart, I don't own any of his stuff, and I've never really listened to his stuff for whatever reason. Hothead, that must be a Captain Beefheart thing, I'm guessing. Say hello to the Swallows. What about the Spits? Good point, Vincent. There's always two sides, at least. Okay, swallow migration. Okay. Did you Google that after she told you what beach? Because how do you know that? Song Bugs Bunny. Now, when Bugs Bunny sings, I listen. That's what I'm telling you. Yes, this is the safe zone right here. Right here. Safe zone. Don't question dead wax. 11 winning, only 5 up. Hey, thanks for that. Little push there for the likes, the thumbs up. And I know it's ridiculous, but it's actually not, because what the likes do is they kind of convince the algorithms, they bamboozle the algorithms into thinking that we are a channel, us collectively, that needs to be shared with other people. And that's sometimes how people find this. It comes up in their feed as we think you should subscribe to this or watch it. And then they come here and then they come for more and more. So I appreciate the algorithms being tricked by our sneaky likes, because we all know this is not anything that should be shared with anybody. And Cape Cod Ken is here. Cape Cod Ken, I assume I'll be seeing you at DEVOtional. I have some great news to spill tonight regarding that. Rathat is celebrating something, and I love that. AZ Mick, what's happening? Good to see you again, as always. It's Pilmer time, I guess. Pilmer and Super Chat Charlie time, and whatever cat happens to stroll by. No cats yet. I think they're all sleeping. Hugoster Toaster Pilm Time. I've never seen it put that way, and I like that. Pilm Time has arrived once more. Yes, it has, to the dismay of some. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hi. Douglas Gilbert. What's happening? Big white D on a big pink background. Douglas. Goodness. Performance art. I like it. That noise is key. I love noise. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Throw Up Thursday. Hey, Heckfar. What's happening, brother? Nice to see you. And UFO Bigfoot is here. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, UFO Bigfoot. UFO Bigfoot makes things, including cool little graffiti stickers, which I'm down with. Dorkosaurus! What was the Beastie Boys thing? Doris the Finkosaurus! It's almost Dorkosaurus. Loki Lai! Superlative greetings to all. Loki, Tio, Loki Lai, as I like to call him, for whatever reason. Him, her, I'm not quite sure. What happened to the feed? I don't know. Is it not going anymore? What happened, Rickard man? Greetings, Earthlings. Kami, what's up, Tomater? What's up, Tomater? Good to see you. Hey, Nicktronics here, too. Good to see you. And also, of course, Mr. Mohawk Man. Good to see you. Everybody's saying hi. Did the crochet clown eat Tim? No, but Tim, I guess, ate a little bit of the clown, if you know what I mean. He'll never own up to that, but he did. And now look at this. Rathet, you were so kind with your super chat donation. Thank you for supporting me and the kitties. Now, what I have to do now is I have to activate this guy's disco, the Crochet Clown disco. Crochet Clown and I are pretty fond of disco music. We've got a little disco back there that turns on when somebody does a nice donation. And it could be any amount of donation. We appreciate it all. And this guy, sometime during the disco party, will do his thing with his light up toilet and his spooky soul stealing eyes. Okay, so here we go. Thank you, Rathet. The disco, and I'll sing a little bit of a disco song while this is happening. And here we go. I'll stand on this side. Ready? Disco begins. Tonight, we're going to stream for a couple hours on a Thursday, 'cause that's just what we do. And tonight, we're going to make it all come true. 'Cause girl, I was made for you. Oh, girl, you were made for me. And girl, I was made for you. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. And I can't get enough of you, baby. Can you get enough of me? Look at that light up toilet. See? Not lit, lit. Not lit, lit. And then the soul stealing eyes. Ha ha! Screaming soul stealer super chat Charlie here. Thank you, Rathat, again. You're very kind. Really do thank you. Okay, so everybody's answering the no trust, antitrust, free love, no politics. Can't speak to the US government. I don't trust the others. Well, governments in general, I don't think people have a lot of trust. Trust implicitly. Well, okay. No dice. Nope. If voting changed anything, they make it illegal. That's probably true. Can't trust it. Totally agree with everything you just said. Well, I'm not saying it to try to make people agree with me, but I am saying it because that's how I kind of feel about that stuff. Rod Reuter and 24 now, if they would only let us vote for somebody like Rod, but that won't happen. No, division is the new world order. Rancid, punk rock, perhaps. Rod Reuter and 24 seconded. Adrian needs a job. Loved the Zima ad for Crapper Keeper. There was a band I had in the 90s called Crapper Keeper, spelled with a K, both words. It was a really weird performance art, juvenile, taboo, offensive band. And during the height of the North Carolina music scene in the late 80s, early 90s, Zima came, I guess they were just calling record labels in North Carolina, trying to find that one band that needs to be in their Zima ad. So they contacted our house, thinking we were a real record label. And my friend Skip answered the phone, and he basically gave him a bunch of malarkey about we were this up-and-coming funk indie rock band with a lot of soul, and he just talked us up. And then we sent him a picture of us, Crapper Keeper, and we're in wheelchairs and we're rubber masks. I have pantyhose on my head with holes cut in it, and I got underoos on, like they're two pair of kids' underoos sewn together so they could fit an adult. It was crazy. And then they actually ran the ad, the Zima ad, with us in underwear and rubber masks and wheelchairs. So it happened. And there was proof of that at the Lump Show. The actual ad was displayed on the wall. I don't know. I don't know if it's predetermined as much as they're not going to let us really have the final say. I don't know why they would. I mean, if they're evil in most every other way, why would they all of a sudden say, oh, well, you know what? Let's let them choose the mascot for the year. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. And even if they did allow it, does it really change? Do those presidents really make decisions? I don't know. I don't have enough proof. It's a beautiful day in Florida. Thank God, no rain. Yeah, it was supposed to rain here today in North Carolina, but it didn't. Action packed. Today is my Saturday. Well, Adrian has a job. Her job is going to the beach. Hopefully. Beef Heart music is trash. I like a lot of trash music. Beef Heart rules all. Hey, Vanilla Gorilla, what's happening? Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. And by the way, I didn't say hi to Mr. Inconsequential. That's a big word. Hello. Thanks for coming. No baloney Anzalone. Pilmer. Hi. No baloney Anzalone. Ha. Thank you. Did I miss devotional news? No, Max Mars. We're still saying hi to people. 23 minutes in. I'm still working through this. And hi, Max Mars, by the way. Good to see you. Mr. Biz. Mr. Biz, Miss You is not here to hit me to the information, so let me know if you're streaming tonight after me, because sometimes you do. So I want to send people your way. Dobsky, Vanilla, Hyamina, Nathaniel. What's happening? Anybody else? A Vinyl Dreamscape. What's up? Nice to see you. And also, of course, Nathaniel Mars. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. How about some ABBA? Well, I think I did ABBA recently, maybe not. But yeah, I just did the first thing that came to mind. The Kiss disco song. Sometimes it has to happen. Let's see. Vinyl Dreamscape, Mr. Biz, Nicktronic, Vinyl Dreamscape, Nathaniel. Did I get them all? I think I got all the people that are here. Let's see. Oh! What? Is this my niece? What is up? Why are you here? I like this. Oh my goodness. Brianna, nice to see you. This is great. How did you get here and why? It's amazing. My family, I don't think, has ever come to my stream. Nobody in my family, I think, has ever come here. Or at least they didn't tell me they were here. It's great, Bree. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate that. Okay, so, hey. So, okay, Beefheart's playing tonight. Oh, Randy's streaming later. Okay, streaming Beefheart. Okay, might have to tune in for that because I need to learn. I need to learn about stuff. Um, so what do we got? We have devotional news. Let me get to some of that. Just today, we announced a special guest, our first special guest that we've announced, and it is Nicole. I think you pronounce her last name Shore or Shore. Nicole Shore of the infamous Disney band Devo 2.0 that came out some years ago, early 2000s. Maybe 2006, 2007, 2005, 4, something like that. Devo 2.0 was it was very polarizing. A lot of Devo fans liked it and a lot hated it. But I really thought it was pure de-evolution happening right in front of our eyes. It was Disney that reached out to Devo to say, we would like to make another version of your band with kids, with our Disney kids, right? Unreal. Like, if you were a Devo in 1970, whatever, 1980, even 1990, whatever, I don't think they would ever predict that Disney would reach out to them to do anything. Oh, I just found it amazing. But Nicole has been to devotional before. 10 years ago in 2014, she was a special guest at devotional. She performed with some bands. She was really cool. She has a very cool kind of weirdo energy about her. It's hard to describe, but good person, and I can't wait to see her again. And also, we announced our first, what I would call, big band for the event, and it's one of my favorite bands right now, and they're called Macula Dog, Maculadog, Macula Dog. They're from New York. I was really fighting to get them on the bill this year, and we finally worked it out a few days ago. So we announced today. It is one of the most interesting, unique live band performances you will ever see, that you've ever seen, and it is not to be missed. In fact, a couple of years ago, I sent Mark Mothersbaugh a video that I shot of the band, and you can find at least a couple Macula Dog videos on my YouTube channel, some live performances I saw. But I sent Mark the video, and he replied, "Wow, I really love this. They're great." He said, "They remind me of the energy and spirit of my brother Jungle Jim back in the early Devo days." Just the fact that they're able to create these costumes and these things that work on stage and provide the audience with some pretty good, unusual entertainment. So Mark's a big fan, and so I'm really psyched about that. So we announced that. Also, I got news today that it took us longer this year to sort this out, but we finally have, and I can't tell you what it is yet, but we finally have a really cool, what I call the 100 gift, the 100 gift treat prize for the first 100 ticket buyers for devotional. So we have this really cool thing, and they're very much unique, one of a kind, very Devo related, and I think you're going to like them. So, and I don't even know if we've sold the first 100 tickets yet. We have not been promoting as much this year because it's taking us longer to confirm these guests and bands. But we just got that worked out today, and very soon, within the next 2 weeks, I'm guessing we'll be announcing that, possibly another special guest, some more bands, and all that's coming soon. And so the devotional, for those of you who do not know, happens September 20th and 21st. It's a Friday and Saturday in Cleveland, Ohio, at the Beachland Ballroom, where it has been happening for many years. So there we go. Recoil. Hey there, Recoil. Tell me how you found out about this channel. Was it the algorithms bringing it up in your feed randomly? Or did you know about this somehow? I'm interested to know, because my feeling is that maybe it was the algorithms, for sure. Okay, so Randy's streaming right now. Okay, 9 p.m. Cool. Weirdo energy equals serial. Well, depends on what you're killing, I guess, but sometimes that's nice. Nicole rules. Yes, she does. She's very cool. What's this? Gasid? Is that a gas thing? What is that? Gasid? Flashlight? What is that? Oh, no live from me tonight. Okay. I don't know. Mr. Bizarro is streaming. Who's streaming, for Christ? Oh, who knows? Okay. I don't know. Mr. Bizarro, are you streaming? I don't know if I ever got a positive thing from you on that. But anyway, I think Mr. Bizarro might be streaming tonight. Oh, Recoil, you saw me in Thunder Geek. That's my Thor World name. You saw me in the 2016, I believe it was, Thor documentary called I Am Thor. It's a really good movie. It's one of the best rock band documentaries I've seen. It's really much different than most. It's really funny in parts too. But yeah, thanks for coming. I will actually, you know what, Recoil? Hang around. I'm going to be showing something very special, Thor related. Okay. And I will do that at some point during this show. So there we go. There's no beer here tonight, but there is this. Now, this is a box of wine. I usually don't have boxes of wine. And I'm not really practiced on how to use these things, but we're going to figure it out. But this was leftover from the Wiffle Fist 33 and a third year anniversary at Lump Gallery. And so I took it home. They said, do you want this? And I said, yeah, give me that. So right now we're going to move this mail that I'm going to be opening later. And then we're going to try to make this happen. Okay, so it says here, press here. Okay, we pressed there. See this? We're doing it because I'm thirsty. All right, press there. We pull this up. And then we fish around in here for the little plug thingy. Okay, it's not being easy to fish. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think this is going to be, so now we pull this off. Pulled that off. Okay, now here we go. Let's hope this works out. Oh yeah, got a lot of force to it. That works good. Let's see if that drips any. Who knows? Maybe it will. Cheers, everybody. Free Wiffle Fist event wine. Thank you very much. So yeah, no free beer, but if you bring a glass, I'll give you some wine. Let's see. Hide current comment. Okay, let's see. Wow. Wow. Okay, hold on. Cammy's doing OnlyFans. Are you also doing OnlyFans later, Randy? Because I heard that's a bang up show. Okay, so you guys are having the most inane conversation. Pulling streamers out of her hoo-ha. Like streamers, like live streamers. I think YouTube would like to get their hands on that. That might be good promo for YouTube. Ping pong balls, you're talking about Wendy O. Williams. There we go. Wendy O. tribute. And girls, Kami wants to point out. Vanilla Gorilla has been at her channel from day one. Michael Proskin is psyched for the devotional. I know he's trying to say that because he's going to be there with delicious pizzas to serve. Chicago style pizzas. He's got a pizza truck and he's bringing it from Chicago. And he is awesome. It's not the first time he's helped us out with food at devotional. I believe the first time was 2009, maybe. So yeah. His little tiny membership. Oh, man. Pilmer always goes to the tables after the shows and drinks the glasses of booze left behind with cigarette butts. Oh man, I couldn't do the cigarette thing. I'm not a big fan of the smell or taste of cigarettes. Now, if it had clumps of hair or cat litter in it, I wouldn't mind so much. Because those don't taste bad. Cigarette butts taste bad. 404 TV, you're never late. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for your service to this channel. PCB wine. Sure. I don't know what that means, but you can call it that. High quality prostate. I felt it. Feels healthy. I don't even want context. This is fine. Oh, great. Okay, this is cool. Shaking the box. Is that what he said? You guys are nuts. All right, so devotional news. More great news coming in the next, I'd say, week or two. Well, why don't we just get into the mail? Well, it's only 7:35. You know what? Hell with it. Let's get into the mail because I like doing that, and I'm really interested to find out what's in this stuff. Let me take another sip of this. The blood of Jesus. It's good when it's free, I'll tell you that. Okay, so first off, I'm going to open the non-mystery mail. I figured out what this is. I didn't recognize the return address. It's from a company called Rapture Textiles in Oakland, California. Now this recoil, this is what I want you to see. So I hope you're still here. Now check this out. No, not yet. That's coming after the mail. Coming after the mail. Hey, Bad Cat Design, Croatia. Holy balls, that's great. Croatia represent. Is Roxy here? Oh, Roxy, you're just in time to see what's in this thing here. This is good. Good stuff here. Welcome, Grandpa. You know, Roxy Dot is also known as Grandpa in our circle, and I'm Granny for various reasons. So there you. Everybody says hi to Roxy. Now we're going to open this up. And this is special stuff here. Special stuff. Now this is something that will soon go on sale on a particular website. I'll show you. Look at this. Look at all these. Okay? See all these? No, they're not drink coasters. Okay, Recoil, check this out. They're not drink coasters. They are, Amina, you're going to like this. They are Thor patches. Look at that. Embroidered Thor patches. Only the Strong album. I believe that was a 1985 album. Thor with silver. You can't, it doesn't really, the lighting doesn't do justice to the silver thread. But there you go. Now these will be on sale soon at thorcentral.net, which has been Thor's official site for many, 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 many years. And these will go up there. And I'm going to keep a few for myself. So there we go. Oh, crap. Waiting for our table disco. Okay. Let me think of an ABBA track. Oh, my favorite when I was a kid. I'll do my favorite ABBA track. And Odd Feticue. Is that how do you pronounce that? Odd Feticue, which is a very nerdy term, whatever it is. I appreciate that. I appreciate the number you donated. That's really cool. And now let's get on with the Crochet Clown Disco, because that's what Crochet Clown back there really likes. And here we go. Take a chance on me. Take a chance. If you change your mind, I'll be first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. You can do your very best. Stick with you back to the test. Take a chance on. My mom and I used to play that 45 on repeat when I was a kid. I loved it. I love all ABBA. I don't think there's much ABBA that I don't like. My favorite ABBA track. Take a chance on me. And then when the disco's happening, when somebody kindly donates in the Super Chat, this guy, Super Chat Charlie, whose job is to celebrate Super Chat donations, he comes in with his light-up toilet, See that? The light's right up. And he also steals souls with those creepy eyes. And thank you again, Todd. Thank you, thank you. Now, oh yeah, SOS is great. And then I also get that when I think about the ABBA SOS, I think about the Police sending out an SOS, which is another great song. You can put your odor anywhere you want. Don't worry, I will save you one. You have one reserved no matter when you order it, so don't worry about that. Abacadabra. That sounds like something Fred Flintstone would say. Abacadabra. ABBA in Spanish? I don't know if I've heard that. I'm not sure if I've heard that. I don't have any Spanish language ABBA albums. Yeah. Oh, hey, Vinyl Richie, we can work that out. I got them. I got stacks of them. Thor. And this is arguably his most well-known album, people's favorite album, typically. It's got a lot of bangers on it. Only the Strong, Anger. Is Anger on that? I don't think Anger's on that. No, Only the Strong is. And there's Thunder on the Tundra, which is a big hit for him. And yeah, Aaron, Amina, say hi to each other. You know, it's that's a good name for Roxy. Even if she's not doing anything like that, she acts like she does. And she's been like that ever since I've known her for 20-something years. She's always been on, you know? Let's see. Okay. Oh, the Erasure ABBA is great. Now, look, I'm not going to say that my ABBA was anything near as cool as the ABBA version or the Erasure version. I'm not really on the performer tip tonight. But I got to say, Erasure's ABBA covers are excellent. I've got at least 2 copies of that CD. I've got it on cassette. I've got a bootleg show on CD that they perform that stuff live, and it's really good. And it's crowd favorites. Deborah, Cadabra. I'm gonna reach out and grab ya. Grab him. Oh, Abra. I'm grabbing. Yeah, no problem, man. Mazzy Patch. Mazzy and Thor can make a dual character patch. The Bakersfield bad boy wants a Thor patch. You agree with Vinyl Richie? Peter Graves? Peter Graves. You would. Richie has a Mazzy tramp stamp. Well, there's room for a Thor logo there too, I'm sure. Mr. Bizarre, sure I haven't seen any shows in a while. Are you doing one tonight? I don't know if I ever got a real answer to that. I mean, I did ask, but I may have missed the answer somewhere in the chat there. Oh, Saturday. Okay, cool. Now we know. Saturday. So as it stands right now, I don't think anybody's streaming tonight. There was talk that maybe Deadwax will, but I don't know if that's right. I'm not sure if that's true. I never know. Humans are a tricky species. So now we're going to open the mystery. And I say it's mystery because if this person was supposed to send me something, and they are C. Willoughby from Australia, C. Willoughby, I don't remember. And it's addressed to Devo Obsesso, so it's obviously Devo related. But maybe I'll open it and remember, oh, yeah, I remember that guy said he'd send that, but I don't remember. So let's open it up. I'm so curious. This has been sitting here for days, and I've been dying to open it. But I always got to wait till Thursday, which is kind of nerve-wracking. Oh, what's this? What is this? Anything else? Okay, we're done there. Okay, so here's what it looks like. so far. Now, look at this. Look at that. Okay, there's this. Look at that. That's great. Okay, it says here, hi, Michael Pilmer. This is kind of random. Look at that cool handwritten letter. It's kind of random, but I'm making some zines for my library, and I thought I'd send a story to you because I love Devo and the whole art vibe you and Devo have. I was lurking. I was something to see something in Melbourne in December and loved it. Maybe he probably saw Devo live out there at some point. Something. I can't remember. I can't read it. Anyway, all the best, Chris. P.S. This is written on an animation I did that you can see YouTube at Gleek TV. Glenk TV. Schrodinger, Holmes, and the Quantum Crime Wave. So I guess that's Mr. Holmes. I love getting interesting stuff like this. Now here is the zine, the blue egg adored. That's the blue egg, and it's got wings. The blue egg adored. Let's see what page 1 has for us. Look, an egg emerged from the ash like blue sky ballooning from dirt. What's that? So it looks like it's a little story here. It's a little illustrated story. Oh yeah, the whole thing is a little story with pictures and everything. Look, there's more. It's like Reader's Digest style, but weird art. And it ends with, then there was turbulence. And look at this. There's the channel, glenktv@gmail.com, or there's the email at least. So if anybody wants to try out this little Australian fanzine, contact Glenk or Chris Willoughby or somebody. Thanks for the art. I appreciate people who make stuff. And I never get rid of any of the stuff you guys send me. It just piles up. It gets added to the bookshelf, but I don't toss any of it. Let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't consider myself really in the VC, although I do VC videos. I'm not always talking about vinyl, although there's always vinyl in the background here. All over my house, there's vinyl, cassettes, CDs. I'm more of the physical media group on YouTube because I love it all. Let's see. Okay, so people are talking about peeing and boobs and okay, unrelated, but my disco taste pretty much start and end with early Michael Jackson. Man, you got to really dig into some. I like Michael Jackson all the way through his career, basically, but you got to dig into some disco. There's some Village People that I think you'd be shocked about. There's a Village People album called Renaissance, and it came out at the end of their career, and they tried to put a little punk rock new wave into their disco album. And although there are some disco songs on the album, there's really weird new wave and straight up punk rock songs. And the punk rock song I'm referring to, and everybody here knows it, I'm sure, it's called Food Fight. Rules. Sounds like the Dickies and another punk band I can't name right now. Yuppies ruin everything. Well, I don't know if they ruin it or just add a certain sour taste. If you like sour taste, purge all my Michael Jackson. Well, I don't own a whole lot of it, that's for sure, but I do like it. There's hardly any Michael Jackson, except I don't really get into the ballady type stuff, but I like some Michael Jackson. Well, I hope you're talking about me building an onion volcano on my butt, because that's something I've really waited for most of my adult life. And so, Vanilla, we're going to get together with some onions and my butt. Cheers to onion butts. I wasn't a big fan of onions for many years, but now I do eat them occasionally. But usually it's not cooked onions. I really like a raw, crunchy onion, if I can get it. Mm. Oh, I mean, it has every album. Every album. Rare ones and white label. Whoa, promos. You got the promos. Okay, maybe Amina should be in the VC. Why don't you do some record videos, Amina? Well, I don't even have any of that. He could have sent it to me. That is legit awesome. Yes, baby. And then Vinyl Gorilla comes back with, I listened to Off the Wall 4 months ago and loved it. Oh, yeah. That might be my favorite. Jesus, you guys are going nuts. Onion Butts. Onion Butts was an unknown blues player from the early 1990s. Sounds like a stoner rock band. Oh yeah, we're going to see Onion Butts. Do, 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 do. That's not a good representation of a stoner rock band, but you know what I'm saying. Hard Onion Butt with his first album, Hard Luck Life. Oh yeah, it's. By the way, I mean the plural of vinyl is vinyl. You don't need that extra S. You can type one less letter. Look, Val Ritchie's coming clean right now. He's really opening up to us. He is agreeing and saying that he is an Onion Butt fan. They are hard, and they may make you hard. And if you get too close, it will bring tears to your eyes and a boner to your pants. Oh, yeah. Well, there's other stuff that's good. I mean, even the stuff with Jackson 5, and even that Jackson's album that came out, what was it called? Victory? There's some good stuff on that. It's vinyl. It's yeah, I don't know. What do you call like what's another name for like multiple something? I'm thinking of animals. So it's goose and geese. Maybe it's vinyl and venal. Venal with an E is multiple vinyl albums. Hey, Groovy Lisa, good to see you. I'm really glad you stopped in. How you doing? I think I've seen you pretty active on the YouTube playing your piano, and I think you're getting pretty good views, right? That's really cool. Hope you keep keeping on. Had to clean the kitchen. Well, come clean mine if you want. Destiny. Oh, is it Destiny or is it Victory? Destiny my favorite and Triumph. I'm not sure of the Triumph. Oh wait, so the one Michael Jackson record they released after his death, and other people doing the lead vocal. Shoot, I don't know about that. That's crazy. He's back in Ohio. You must be talking to my friend Tim. Now, he called me earlier before the stream and said he had to go get his phone fixed at the phone store. He didn't know what time he'd be able to show up, but hopefully he'll pop in here. He was just visiting for the last week. He left on Monday to go home. And it was good to have him here. He helped us out at the Wiffle Fist event. We went thrifting galore. I was waiting for a long time, months, before I went hardcore thrifting again until he got here. And oh, yeah, there it is. That's the real plural of vinyls. Vinyl. I guess vinyl, it's almost like vinyls, but it's vinyl zizzigodzizzle. I threw a G in there just because. Oh, yeah. Yeah, bugs. I'm not a big fan of bugs. And what I hate is when your neighbor has bugs and they come over to your house. You know? I work hard to keep a clean house, a bug-free house, and then the neighbor has to mess it up. But no, I've been pretty lucky. It's a really weird story. I like weird stories. Hi, Fred. LOL. Hi. Okay. He slept on my guest fold-out. It's actually what do you call it? An ottoman thing you put your feet up on. When you're sitting in a chair. It's an ottoman that folds out into this really cool guest bed, and it's really comfortable. I've slept on it. Roxy slept on it. Another person I know slept on it, and Tim slept on it. They all say it's very comfortable. So he may have left some parts there, but that thing is indestructible. And if he didn't leave farts, I would feel slighted. Thanks to our neighbor, our dogs got ticks for the first time. Oh, I wonder if they didn't mow their yard or something. Crazy. Well, I don't like that line of truth there. I don't like when the animals feel the pain of the humans' mistakes. Now, I got to say, my cats never had fleas until Marty showed up. But it's just the thing I got to deal with because Marty is an indoor outdoor cat. I didn't mean to have an indoor outdoor cat, but it just happened. So now I got to give the girls flea medicine, and they still have fleas. I see them on Marty. And it's gross, but I can't do anything about it because Marty will not just be an indoor cat. He's too much of a big, rambunctious kitten to be trapped in the house. So, oh yeah, they didn't have a concept of hygiene. Yeah, maybe he'll release them. Tim will release his gas from the chair. That's all we could hope. All we can do is hope that plays out in a positive way. And I just hope that one day Butter Knives leaves a "Hey everybody" fart in any of my furniture. I think that would be really cool. Oh, and hey, by the way, thank you guys for for the likes because we're really close to how many people are reviewing, which is kind of where I like to have it. Makes sense to me. The algorithms probably really like that. So hey, thank y'all. Now, I wanted to start off this segment finally, and thank you for the reminder, 404. This is a little positive therapy we do here. Instead of everybody chiming in about what's wrong and what they're mad about and what happened today to them and how many injuries they have and what disease they have these days, I would like to know, and before you post in the chat, hear me out. I'd like to know something positive that's happened to you since last Thursday. Anything that's forward moving in your life, something that made you money, something that made you happy, something that made you laugh, something that got checked off your bucket list, as they say. Whatever it is, a positive thing that happened since last Thursday. And when you post it, I want you to start with the word positive and then a brief description of something positive. So I know what you're replying to, basically. So positive, and then tell me. So for me, since last Thursday, there's been a lot of positives. I mean, the Wiffle Fist show happened. But I think the most positive thing for me was getting this band to confirm for DEVOtional, getting the first 100 item gifts to the first 100 ticket buyers, getting that sorted out, and getting Nicole sorted for the DEVOtional. There's a lot of positive things happening as far as the DEVOtional goes. So that's mine. So let's see what other people have to say. Let's see here. Whoa, 12 cats, Amina. Thank you for your service to cats, who are gods. I hope you know. They are gods. I do worship cats in many ways. Okay, so tell me how much those shots cost, Amina, because I have house call vets. And so they could bring it with them if I tell them. I have an appointment mid-July, I think July 15th, with the vets here. So let me know how much that costs. That's right. Cat litter, shots, probably those lint roller things. You need all that stuff. I saw that, Bree. I saw your post about going over there. I tell you, don't make it your last time to go. And also, go without your family sometime. Just go on your own. Fly to Europe. Travel around Europe a little bit if you have the time. It's always worth it, and it's always better to do it when you're younger and have more time to dedicate to that kind of stuff. I mean, I love traveling, and every time I go overseas, no matter if it's Australia, I would recommend Australia for you, actually. Australia, Europe, whatever. I dig it. I find myself thanking my lucky stars every time I get to travel to a place like that. You know what? Thump finger. Thanks for being here. Don't thump your finger too hard. You don't want to have to go to the doctor, but I appreciate you being here. Okay, so let's see. Did I miss any positives? Well, just coming from Scotland. Positive meaning single-handedly. Yep, I got that. Oh, positive. Put up a short 22-minute album on YouTube. A 22-minute album on YouTube. I'm going to have to remember to check that out. I'm going to have to remember. Now, positive says 404. I went to a small scale Comic-Con where I live and met some Ghostbusters cosplayers and later bought a classic Sonic toy because I like my old games. You're living your passions, 404. It's very, very important. Go with your passions. Go with makes you happy, because somehow, some way, that may, if you're interested in making it your job, that may become your job one day. Your passions could become your job if you just fill enough of your being with your passions. Follow them, make them happen. That's my advice that you never asked for. Make flea spray with hazel, eucalyptus oil, apple cider vinegar, lavender essential oil. Man, vanilla gorilla. I am not really good with cooking or mixing things up like that. Mixing drinks, not really good at. I wonder if you could send me some of that. What it would cost? I'll try it out. So you spray it directly on the cat, and it's not bad for the cat, right? So that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can find more positives here. Positive. The Florida Panthers finally won the Cup. I don't know much about that, sports in general, but I do know that where I lived for many years in Charlotte, North Carolina, they have a team called the Panthers. I don't remember. Maybe it's football. I don't remember. But yeah. Well, here in Detroit, it costs $40 for a flea shot. At times that 12, it's hella expensive. But they're worth every dime. Yes, Amina. The cats, they're important. You take care of them, and in whatever way, they're going to take care of you in some way in the universe. Tristan Bird. I love your Yo Gabba Gabba avatar there. You know, it reminds me, I've got to call Lance. I haven't talked to Lance in a minute. Got to check up on him. Yeah, you're going to love Australia. I've never met anybody who went to Australia who didn't like it. The people there are very nice. It is a tad bit more expensive to buy things there in Australia, but the people are so cool. It's such a great country. I mean, Melbourne was my favorite city, but Sydney and Brisbane, they're great. But I think Melbourne was my favorite, probably because I had the most graffiti, and I was able to do a lot of rock band stuff there, see some bands. And I had several days off there, so I was able to explore. But yeah, believe me, make it happen sooner than later. Another positive from 404. My mother broke her bank, treating me to a late birthday present. Kurt Cobain Spec Fender Jaguar guitar. Wow. Okay, so you're into the Nirvana. All right. I'm a big Kurt Cobain fan in general. I've just heard so many cool things about him. He was a Devo fan, big Devo fan. And I heard recently he got arrested when he was younger for graffiti. And the graffiti he got arrested for was he wrote, "God is gay." He spray painted "God is gay" somewhere in his hometown, and he got arrested for it. That makes me have a lot of respect for him. You know? 20 riff ideas on the Kurt guitar. Man, you go for it. Keep going for it. I turned 27 about 7 days ago. Welcome to nearing old age. Live it up while you can, kid. 20s are magical. Okay, what kind of, is it the kind of cup you wear? Like a protective, like this kind of cup, protecting your lower skeleton zone? I was 27, 23 years ago. I was 27 longer than that ago. Boy, oh boy. Not sure if I'm happy about that. I guess I'm happy I survived. Michael Proskin, positive. Rolling Stones tickets in Chicago on Sunday. All right. You get to see how they do it these days. I've never really been a big Rolling Stones fan. I've never seen them live. I do like a few of their songs, but I don't think I own any Rolling Stones. I really like, what's that called? I can't remember my favorite song by the Stones. It's a later song. I think it's off Tattoo You. I'll think of it. Mike Pope. Mike Pope, your avatar is Skelly Central. I'm Skelly tonight. You're going to get along fine, Mike Pope. Mike Pope, have you been here before? Mike Pope? Tell me, because I don't recognize your name right off the bat or your avatar. Mr. Bizarro 67. Good looking for 67. When will we'll see DJ Lance? I don't know. Maybe I'll try to get him to come on here, and when he has something to tell us about, maybe a new show of his, a new product or something, he'll come on. I don't know. I can ask him. I'm not good with the mathesis. No, me neither. Me and numbers do not get along for the most part. When calculators came into my life, that saved a lot of grief. There's even a mugshot. Yeah, I think I just saw that news pop up. The God is gay graffiti. He didn't make me feel older. No. I'm not really good at feeling old. Because here's the deal. I have done basically what I do, and I've been into the things that I've been really into ever since I was in my 20s. And nothing really ever changed. I had a few crap jobs in the early days, but by 2002, I was free. I was free of those jobs. Thank goodness. The Rolling Stones at 80, you paid to see that? You only made Randy feel older. Yeah. Randy's good at feeling. It's a skill. Okay, let's see. Only 2 stones are still rolling. That's a good way to put it. But it is 2 important stones. The 2 that, well, one of them that you never think would make it this far. Daniel Hensley, hello. Hey, Daniel, I appreciate you stopping in. Hopefully you can hang out a little bit with us. Daniel Hensley. Cheers to you. Here we go. Cheers, Daniel. Thank you. And your avatar, is that you playing drums on the avatar? I'm always into people's avatars because, you know, what you choose for your avatar says a lot about you. And if you don't choose anything for your avatar, that also says something. No, it wasn't Emotional Rescue. Maybe it was Shattered. Shadooby, Shattered. Yeah, I like that one. That's a weird track. I like Shattered. Yeah, I will ask him, Tristan. My plan is to call him in the next week or so. Big NoFX fan. Wait, so you're saying this is your first time here, Mike Pope? Sorry, I didn't get that. You know, speaking of NoFX, I've never been a big fan of that band. Not that I don't like them, because I just haven't heard a lot of their stuff. But I do know Mike from that band runs that record label, and he also runs the Punk Rock Museum, and so that's very noteworthy and commendable. And he also gave the Dickies a record deal at some point and put out some Dickies, I think at least one album. And that is very commendable because the Dickies are very close to my heart, and they're my second favorite band next to Devo. And let me tell you something about that. I mentioned that to Stan Lee of the Dickies once, and Stan Lee is a big fan of Devo. And when I first met Stan, I just immediately started getting him into Devo shows on the West Coast, and he loved that. And he still comes. He came to the last Devo show. And he told me, when I told him that the Dickies were my second favorite band, next to Devo being first, he said, you know, typically when people tell me that we're not their first favorite band, I give them a lot of shit. But he was like, but in your case, I can understand, because he loves Devo. If you ever watch Stan Lee watch a Devo concert, he is in it, man. He is in it. Say, Mike Pope, did you answer? I can't remember if this is your first time here or not. Hold on a second. Let me scroll up here. I love the Dickies. I don't like Dickies, the brand of clothing, because here's how Leonard Graves Phillips of the Dickies, when I was talking to him about that brand, and the reason I was talking to him about that clothing brand was at some point I tried to post the Dickies.com link on our social media, on Facebook, I think, and the autocorrect or whatever made it Dickies.com instead of the Dickies.com, because some corporation has some algorithm looking out and saying, well, if anybody types Dickies.com in anything, just make it Dickies.com. So then the clothing thing came up, and then I had to put it down and redo it. And I told Leonard this, and he was like, oh, Dickies clothing? He was like, that's the Dickies for squares. I've never heard anybody describe Dickies clothing better. That's the Dickies for squares. Oh, man, you could get him in there if you try. Nobody's knuckle's too big to get in their nostril. That's just how humans are made. Hold on. Here we go. So, hey, me and a friend are talking about Yo Gabba Gabba. How did Devo get involved? Well, I got to say, I had a little bit to do with that. So, the people who started the show Yo Gabba Gabba, the one guy who is also in the Aquabats, Christian, he worked at a company called Ruka, RVCA. It's pronounced Ruka, but it's spelled RVCA. Ruka Clothing, and it was back then. It was a privately owned surf skate kind of culture clothing company. It was owned by one guy. I can't remember his name. He was from out there in Southern California, and he started that company. And Mark Mothersbaugh got contacted by them, and they said they wanted to work out doing some clothing with their artwork. And he said, you know what? And I was running Mark's art tours, art gallery tours at the time. So Mark put me in touch with him too. And Mark decided, look, instead of paying me money to use my art on your clothing, why don't you just give me and Michael free Ruka clothing? You know, every so often we'll get some clothing from you. And they were like, cool, okay. So for, I want to say years, at least a couple years, if not longer, 2005 to 2007 or 8, something like that, Mark and I would get Ruka clothing. And I would go to the warehouse at Ruka, and it was a big warehouse, and I'd get a shopping cart, and they would just let me go through the aisles, pull whatever I wanted. I would leave with a shopping cart full of really cool pants, shirts, jacket, underwear, socks, everything. And Ruka was my favorite clothing brand because it was actually, for the first time in my life, it was clothes that fit me right. It was the first time I had skinny jeans or skinny pants, and I was like, these actually fit. These are great. So I'm a big Ruka clothing fan. So getting back to the Yo Gabba Gabba thing, I was talking with Christian, and he contacted me via and said, hey, look, I have this new show I'm trying to do called Yo Gabba Gabba. It's a kid's show. It's kind of along the lines of, Sesame Street or whatever, but modernized, right? And it has a lot to do with music. It's focused on music. And we wanted to know if Mark Mothersbaugh would have a segment on the show, maybe an art segment where he draws, whatever. So I contacted Mark and I asked him. He said, yeah, go ahead and send me the what do you call that when the pilot. There was a pilot episode to garner interest from whoever. So back then, it was so long ago, back then they sent me the pilot on VHS tapes. So I have one, which is still in my collection somewhere. And then I had a second one to send Mark. So I sent Mark the VHS and I said, here's the thing, watch it, get back to me. So in the meantime, I'm waiting for him to get back to me and I watch it on my VHS player here. And I was like, man, this is amazing. This is like Electric Company, not like Sesame Street. It's like Electric Company because it's more like weirdo hippie vibe, like Electric Company had a little different vibe from Sesame Street. I mean, Electric Company, the name is so different than Sesame Street. And I was like, Mark, I called him after not hearing from him for a week or two. And I said, Mark, have you watched that yet? No, I really haven't watched it. I was like, Mark, you got to watch it. It's great. It's like modern Electric Company. It's music inspired. It's all the right messages for kids, if you ask me. And he said, okay, I'll watch it. So then he gets back to me after a couple of days. He's like, I watched that with my daughter and she really liked it. So yeah, I'll do something with them. And so I told Christian, yeah, Mark's in, here, get in touch with him and work it out. So Mark told me years later, after he had been doing the show for multiple years, he told me that the only reason he said yes was because he didn't think it would go anywhere. At the end of the day, he thought it would just be something that didn't really happen, didn't get popular. And then he was stuck with it. He enjoyed it, but he never thought it would go on and become something. So that's how Devo got involved. Devo was a special guest on there eventually. But Mark was a staple. He had his Mark's art segment or whatever. Yep. That's me playing drums in my band. Sloth at the Spillway. Oh wow, green jelly. So that's when they were green jelly and not green jello. After the green jello years, right? Man, I don't know if I'd put all those dudes in my mouth. I mean, it's a lot of band members to fit in a mouth. I mean, no matter how you look at it. Mike Pope, well, I'm really glad you're here and I love your skellies. So, yeah, anything we can do to please you, you just let us know. Did you visit DJ Lance a lot? Well, when I was out in LA, I would visit him, but I'm pretty sure he moved to St. Louis. But I've seen him at Devo shows, at events. He was at the DEVOtional one year. And yeah, Pope is from the Manson clan. Well, that sounds interesting. I love Rancid, another punk rock band I'm not very familiar with. Later years punk rock band, but oh, here we go. Devils, 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 devils from Butter Knives. And look at her, look at her little what do you call that thing again? Damn, what is that thing? What's the damn word? Oof. Whatever it is, that little image she has there, it's Mark Mothersbaugh with little devil horns. And by the way, Butter Knives is in total love with Mark Mothersbaugh and other members of Devo. Yeah, Leonard is far from square. He's really into prog rock, and he's also it's weird, but he's really into Morrissey. He loves Morrissey's voice, but he likes artists for their songwriting ability and their vocal ability. That's why he likes bands. He doesn't really like punk rock. There's no punk rock bands that Leonard. But Leonard is a Devo fan. He was a Devo fan in the early days. Voice of Plex. Who's the voice of Plex? What? Love Yo Gabba Gabba. Yeah, I did too. I really wish they would get back to making more with our friend DJ Lance. Oh, Fear. You got me there. I love Fear. I've always loved Fear since I was a kid. Great band, great logo. Pants. It's the first time I had jeans that weren't like boot cut or whatever Levi's were for years and years. It was, Skinny Puppy. Now that's a band I've always loved. Probably in my top 5 or 10 bands in the world. Oh, changed my life when I first heard them in 1980, early to mid 80s. It was like I had never really heard a band do what they did with kind of hip hop beats, industrial noise, and sampling, and also their stage show. Nivik Ogre was brilliant at playing an insane person on stage. And I guess with the drugs he was doing, he may have felt insane, but his mannerisms and his costuming and just the whole thing blew me away. I've seen Skinny Puppy several times over the decades. New Wave Blues Clues. See, Blues Clues is not in my childhood. That was something that happened later. So I don't even know what Blues Clues is really, but it's something that happened way after I was a kid. So I don't know that one. No, there's not really a second pilot. There's usually only one pilot episode that they shop around to try to get some kind of deal. That's how I understand it. I watched Yo Gabba Gabba when I was little. My mom told me that Mark was always my favorite once I got into Devo. I guess it's been in my life for 16 years. Hey, follow that. Follow that. Just follow it. You've been feeling it forever. Keep following it. It ain't going to hurt you. No, I didn't hear about the reboot. I heard some talk that there might be some action in that camp, but I don't really know what. That was an amazing story to listen to. Hey, 404, thanks for inspiring me to do stories with your questions. Shattered from Some Girls. Okay. Respectable. It's their most punk song, 1978. Okay, maybe I'll look that up, Michael. Hell yeah. Avatar, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. It's sometimes... No, I'm really not. I'm really not baked. Although I would, it'd be fine if I was, but no, I'm not baked. My brain forgets things when I'm on camera and paying attention to several things at once. I baked on boxed. Hey, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're done with half a big glass. So We're gonna make it happen. Laughing out loud, there are cat ears on my profile picture. Zuna actually drew them on. He is holding a sign that says "free hugs." Those aren't cat ears. Those are more like devil horns. There's nothing cat ears about those. Those are the cat ears are wider, right? Those are very tall, skinny cat ears. Maybe it's a breed of cat I'm not familiar with. Mark's Magic Pictures, yeah. Devo the pickup artist. Dave the pickup artist. Mark's Magic Pictures and Yogi. It looks like Dave the pickup artist. Could it be? No. Maybe. You never know. Humans are a tricky species, I'll tell you. See? Saw Fear at the Culture Room, and they were good to meet them after the show. Look, I got to tell you, Lee Ving of Fear is one of the nicest guys. I saw him at Punk Rock Bowling in Vegas recently, and he was always very ready to pose for pictures with people, smile, give a thumbs up. He didn't turn anybody down for a picture. Very cool guy. And in fact, I have a story. Fear played in Raleigh, North Carolina back in the 90s. I can't remember what year, but I think either the Skate Nigs or I can't remember who opened for them, but they reached out to Wiffle Fist, our label, to see if we had a band that could open first, the third band on the roster. And we sent them Repetophile, which is a band. Repetophile means the love of repetition. Like pedophile means the love of children, repetophile means the love of repetition. So we had this group that we just made records skip, we made tape loops, just all this repeating stuff, playing over and over again on top of each other. And we actually set up in the middle of the crowd to do our thing. And then the real bands were on the stage. And I remember playing that show, and all these punkers were either really into it or they were pissed. They hated that noise. And it was great. And then after the show, we heard that Lee Ving really dug us. He loved that it was different, that it wasn't same old guitar, bass, drums, punk rock. And he really dug it. So that was really cool to hear, being heckled a bit while we were performing, that Lee Ving gave us a thumbs up. So that's a good guy. According to the Lost Media Wiki, there were 2 pilots and a test demo. You got more information than me. I only know the one pilot I was sent, and I can't remember what year. He's a pink pussycat. Oh, where are you? Pink pussycat. I got to tune you. Pink pussycat. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, but Botobox, this is a free wine I got from the Wiffle Fist. It was left over from the Wiffle Fist event. Dude, did I tell you Mark messaged me and randomly on Instagram about my art? Scared the because I was fresh and I woke up. It won't be the last time, Butter Knives. Sometimes he gets inspired to reach out. So good on you. Butter, I'll try to ask him about that next time I talk to him. Hey, it's good that you're busy, Butter. You don't have to apologize for that. I'm not. What am I offering here? You go do your creative thing. Go do it. Cheers, Adrian. Thank you. And Vanilla is laughing. Vinyl Gayrilla. Is it Vinyl Gayrilla or Vanilla Gorilla? Which bastardization of your name do you prefer? Wine. Yeah, it was free, Eddie. It was free. When free alcohol is offered, we take it. And I think the last couple of times I've been drinking beer on the stream. So a little change. Yeah, I don't want to share that. I don't think they would like that. But maybe one day I'll try to dig it up. Gay rills. For fuck's sake. Gayrilla. Rob Ripper! My friend Rob Williams from out west, Seattle. What you doing, buddy? You off on a work trip? Good to see you here. You got to come out and visit North Kakalaka sometime this year or early next year, maybe. You got to come out. Rob has been a good friend when I travel out west. I've even met him at DEVOtional. He's just a good guy. Fun to hang out with. Oh, really? They're online already? Well, I got to find that videotape. I'm sure there's some way to date it. There's probably like a little intro that says what it is and maybe the dates on it. But I wish I could remember. It's got to be after 2004, but probably right around there. Hey, we appreciate that. Soak it up. If you like it, soak it up. I'm not always trying to be silly, but it just works out that way. Yeah, like a text card or the thing on the video might say it. Yeah. I might look that up, but I got boxes and boxes and boxes of videos I've collected over the years. Haven't looked at them in 10 years or more. So it's just kind of the thing where there's always these boxes in storage somewhere in my house. I never look at them. Videos are a humdinger to store. They take up a lot of room. Right? Right. All right. It's 8:25. Time is just a flying. What did Nathaniel say? Look, that's kinky. That's kinky. Nobody wants to date those carbons. Except for Nathaniel. Now, here's something else I want to talk to you about. I have several CDs here that I found while thrifting when Tim was here. And I just want to show them to you because they're just particularly notable for whatever reason. So the first one, who's familiar with this band? Tackhead Sound System. Anybody? Anybody? This is a industrial, I want to say industrial dance, kind of a harder edged industrial dance on the Network label. Network had Skinny Puppy, Severed Heads. And I picked this up at the thrift store and I looked it up and holy moly, it's worth some good money. So that's that. I love me some industrial. I don't think I was ever really a Tackhead Sound System fan for whatever reason. There's certain industrial I didn't gravitate towards, like Front 242, Nitzer Ebb. I wasn't really into that kind of stuff. And I don't know what it is about that stuff. Maybe it's the really predictable beat or the kind of the macho looking dudes that were in the band. I don't know. But they were a well-known band back in the day. Next up, I have this unusual CD. It's by Kiefer Sutherland, who's an actor. He had an album called Down in a Hole. And this is a little promo CD or something that was just sold as an EP in a cardboard sleeve, but he autographed it. So this is going to sell, I'm sure. There's some Kiefer Sutherland fan out there that's going to want this, and I'm going to sell it to him. Yeah, tackheading, absolutely. Had some club hits. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Besides the club hits that made it into clubs by Severed Heads and Skinny Puppy, I really wasn't into the predictable, dancey, or predictable 4/4. There was something really predictable about the beats I didn't like. But yeah, they're fairly well known back in the day. So yeah, Kiefer, autographed. That's pretty good. And then dig this. Speaking of autographs, there's this guy named Clay Aiken from out here in the Carolinas. I think he won some kind of television show singing competition back in the day. And there's this CD that's really hard to find by him. It's a demo that he put out in his early days before he was on that show. And really bad cover art. And look at that. It's just this weird silhouette of him. Look What Love Has Done, Volume 2, you notice. Volume 1 was on cassette. And I think he may have been under a slightly different name. I don't know. But the cassette is worth a lot of money. Now this, I've sold, since I'm in the Carolinas, I find these more often than most people would. And I've sold these over the years. And when I first started selling these, an unsealed one like this would sell for $100 easily. Now it's down to like maybe $20 because I pretty much flooded the market with these. But I sold at least 4 or 5 of these for $100 each. But now I've never come across an autographed one. And it's autographed to Molly, it looks like. But or maybe Molly's the drug he was looking for. But I'm going to sell this. And these always sell for whatever. But I'm going to sell this hopefully for more than $20. So there's that. Now, there's this one. Anna, I think her name is Anna Karam. Okay. I know nothing about this person. The other side of Jobim. Don't know what that means. But I was looking this up, and this CD sells for something. People look for it. But this particular version of the CD, I can't find anywhere. Not on Discogs, not on eBay. And check this out. It is a gold CD, and it's in one of these really cool gold CD cases. Like, I forget what they call them, like master versions or something. But it opens like this. See? And then you take it off, and then you just put it back on that little thing, and then it closes. So you'll notice, the little logo on the CD here, the Xenonex CD. It's a superior gold. So this is typically, like some bands, if you find Rush or Def Leppard or those kind of bands with this gold, superior gold CD, you can get pretty good money. And since this isn't even on Discogs, I think her fans are going to want this. And I'm going to sell it to them. But I realized at the last minute that there was a gold CD. So I had to get it just because I could not find it online. And that's unusual. So there we go. There's some CDs I wanted to share with you. Just what I do for a living. Let's see. Brilliant cover art. Remember what he looks like before all the surgeries and make? Well, yeah, he was just a kid. He was just a boy. Skanking Pickle, Douglas? No, I never saw them, but I remember them. I remember hearing about them. I don't own any of their stuff. Yeah, America's Got Talent. Yeah, I think that was it. Hey, Michael, I got some really old Christmas albums. I wanted to know if I send you a few pics, you could possibly tell me if they're worth anything. Of course. I would need pictures of basically the front cover and the center label of the records. And then I can tell you for sure. You might be right, but he's got money, so he can buy it. I feel bad for the sub girls right now. Their work visa issue. I hope they get it sorted. Planning on seeing them in Nashville July 14th. Yeah, I was planning on seeing them in Charlotte because I will be in Asheville on the 3rd. No, I'll be in Nashville on the 12th to see a couple of bands, but by the 14th, I'll be back here in Raleigh. So, yeah, sucks, man. But there's always something crazy with their tours that goes on. Always some kind of crazy, bizarre drama. I hope they get it worked out. Thorum 13. Your avatar is something of a clock. Valentine's, maybe? What is that? Tell me what your avatar is. And welcome. Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about, Nathaniel, but that's okay. Yeah, please. Now, Christmas albums usually aren't worth a lot, but some of them are sellable. And but it all depends on condition too. Condition. You got to tell me if there's a lot of scuffs and scratches on it, or if it's really shiny and pristine. That's going to make a huge difference. I mean, so let that be known. I've got a lot of Christmas albums here that I'm going to sell in a lot, like in a batch, because they're not really worth anything. But every now and then you find a Christmas album that's worth $100, and I haven't really figured out what a lot of those are, but Tim Nolan sells Christmas albums all the time. So there's that. Oh man, if they worked at Baskin Robbins in Peoria, Illinois, I'd be going there to get some ice cream because I love Baskin Robbins. I used to go to Baskin Robbins when I was in high school because a girl I knew who was a couple of grades above me worked at a Baskin Robbins, and it was walking distance from my house. So me and my friends would go there when she was working, and she would let us, well, first she would give us free ice cream. Then she would let us, those clown cones they sold? It was like basically a ice cream cone in one of those long pointy cone, I think they call it sugar cone. There's ice cream, one scoop of ice cream, and then it was put upside down so it looked like a head wearing a hat. And then they designed these little clown faces on them. and sold them. She would let us design our own clowns, right? With the frosting back in the back room. And she would also let us do whippets from the whipped cream canisters. It was so fun. We would go there all the time. It was really cool. No, Baskin Robbins was more of a. It's not as popular as it was. It was really popular in the 80s. It was like the go-to ice cream place. Ballantine Ale Coaster, I got on eBay. So you collect beer things, Thorum? Because I sell a lot on eBay. If I come across something that you are into, I will let you know. This ice cream starts to make me hungry. Okay, well, be careful. Ice cream isn't really ever good to you. Although I love ice cream, I don't eat it a lot because I get fat. Mm-hmm. Got to be careful with some foods. And then also mixing some foods with a sedentary lifestyle. That'll bite you, especially when you're old like me. It'll bite you. And I haven't been able, I usually take a several mile walk at least a few times a week. Have not been able to do that lately because it's so damn hot. There's a heat wave that we're dealing with for the last, I don't know how many days or weeks, but it's been in the 90s and low 100s here. Absolutely not walking weather. So I've been trapped inside and I'm gaining a little weight. I got this little thing here that I'm not, well, I guess it's not too bad, but I can feel something extra on me and I don't like that. I don't like it. I know if I scream, it'll scream back louder. Scotsmen are hot in their kilts. Well, damn. Adrian's just coming forth with that. Jiminy crickets. I don't know. I guess probably Deadwax and Vinyl Richie would agree with that. I'm guessing. Just guessing. But let me tell you about a couple of things that are coming up and I'm excited about. If I could Thorum, hold on a second, dude. Assuming you're a dude, I'm just assuming. First of all, we got this. I'm going to post my eBay store link. And by the way, thanks again to the people here in the chat. A couple of you have really been supporting me on eBay, buying stuff and multiple things, and I really appreciate that. And also, the spectrum of taste is all over the place for you guys, so I appreciate you. So there's my eBay store. Now, what I want to talk about is a couple of concerts coming up that I'm really excited about. First is the Totally Tubular 80s Festival that's coming here in Raleigh. It'll be here on July 13th. And the bands I'm really looking forward to see, well, most of the bands I'm looking forward to see. It's Men Without Hats. That's my top band. There's Bow Wow Wow. There's the guy from Thompson Twins. There's the Tubes. They're going to be incredible. I've seen the Tubes twice in my life. Once in the 80s and once in 1999 or 2000 or 2001, somewhere around there. Great both times. Also, who else? Thomas Dolby is playing. That'll be cool. And so when I go to this, I'm getting in, thank God, because Men Without Hats, Ivan, is getting me in with a +1. And so I'm going to bring some album covers, Bow Wow Wow, Tubes, certainly, Thompson Twins, certainly Men Without Hats. Every time I see Men Without Hats, I get them assigned something. So I'm really jazzed about that because I have definitely access to the bands this time. So Jalen, my friend Jalen from Sub Pop Records in Seattle, she's coming out, I think, on the 10th or the 11th. We are going to, on the 12th, morning of the 12th, we're going to drive to Asheville, North Carolina, which is a 4-hour drive or so. And we're going to see the mighty Snooper from Nashville, Tennessee, and my favorite hardcore band currently. They're from Charlotte, North Carolina. They're called Mutant Strain. And I can't believe these two amazing bands are playing together. So I was like, Jalen, do you want to drive down there early morning, July 12th, drive back early morning, July 13th, in time for the 80s Fest? She was like, let's do it. So boom, got my hotel sorted for us. So yeah, Jalen's coming. And I think she's leaving probably on the 14th, I'm guessing, to go back home. Jalen's got a never-ending calendar full of shows she goes to. She plans months in advance to go to these. That's all she does, really. She works for Sub Pop. She sells rock and roll to the masses. At the store, at concerts, she peddles merch. And she also goes to see concerts constantly. Like, that's her thing, right? So, yeah, she's coming out here to do the rock and roll thing. Yeah, totally tubular. And Nathaniel, the only reason they're playing is because the Romantics had to cancel. So the Tubes are filling their spot, right? So pretty funny that it's already called Tubular. Oh, I love Tubes, man. The 2 times I saw them blew me away, man. Blew me away. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be like that now, 20-something years down the road. But whatever it is, I will be glad to see them and say hi. Yeah, she should be your hero. She's dedicated to rock and roll like not many other people. So I'm really glad to have her come by here. I'm doing a real deep clean on the house, dusting and rearranging the Devo glass case and everything I can do to make her stay here really enjoyable and interesting. So that's something I'll be working on from now until July 10th or so. Yeah, she's cool. So Totally Tubular and Snooper Mutant Strain shows coming up within a couple of days of each other. I'm jazzed about that. Now, also, on the 19th, right after Jalen leaves, basically, I will be flying to New York, New Jersey, actually, with my friend Jeff Rowe of the local band Hank Sinatra. We're going up there for 2 nights, and at least one of those nights, we're going to see Amon the Sniffers in Jersey, and my friend Declan from the Sniffers is getting us into that. And so that's going to be really cool. I haven't really hung out with my friend Jeff Rowe in another city doing a trip together, so it's going to be really cool. His local band, Hank Sinatra, is a band that was active in the 90s, I believe, early 2000s. And it's kind of a alt country rock indie band. And they have their following, and they just released a new album this year. They're a little comeback. They're doing some shows and stuff. And I've been doing some work with them with social media and Facebook, Instagram, starting all that stuff for them. And also videotaping their shows and their rehearsals, videotaping. Shooting video on my phone of their rehearsals and their live shows. And he makes it worth my while. And this is going to be really cool to go to New York. So that is, yeah, the Tubes filling in the rods. Ha! I get it. A tube filled in is now a rod or a, what do you call those things police use? A baton. Mm-hmm. So yeah, a lot of interesting shows coming up. Now after July, Soap Girls are supposed to play down here. I'm really hoping they make it for August. And September is Devotional. October, nothing planned yet, I don't think. Might be a Carcass show at the end of October that I'm going to, or the beginning of November. It's in Greensboro, North Carolina. I always go to see Carcass. Devo's tour manager is also Carcass's tour manager for many years. I know the guys in Carcass, they're very friendly, and they like to make me drink a lot of whiskey. So I'm going to go to Carcass, October, November. Mid-November, I'm going to try to go see the Dickies at the Whiskey in L.A. That's going to be cool. I haven't seen the Dickies in a minute. So looking forward to that. December, I got nothing right now, which is pretty cool. I think I might take that month off from traveling, doing shows. May have some friends come visit. Friends who don't celebrate the holidays like me, come visit over the holidays. So that's my plans. And that I'm really excited about those. Now, let's see. Okay, good. You guys are done chatting. Now, because I mentioned the devotional, I was supposed to put this in here earlier. This is a link to the devotional promo page on my site, devoobsesso.com. And you can see all the information here. The guests, the bands, tickets, t-shirt sales, all that stuff. You can go there, check it out. Thank you in advance for your support of Devotional. It's been something that we've been doing since the year 2000. And it's always really fun for me to see my geeky, nerdy, devoted friends show up and hang out with them for a couple days. 3 days, to be exact. Maybe 4 if you count the Thursday night before the event. But that's going to be fun. Now, coming up on this channel, starting hopefully tomorrow, I'm going to post another video from the Wiffle Fist Lump Gallery show. I posted one walkthrough video where I just walked through the gallery after it was all set up before people got in there to show you everything that's on the walls and the little cool record installation, noise installation we had in there. Multiple turntables playing the same record over and over. And now I'm going to post live video of my band Silica Gel performing a very short set. I think it was like 3 or 4 songs. But I'll post that. It's multi-camera. It took us a little while to edit together. But that's going to be posted tomorrow. And then after Silica Gel, at some point, I'll be posting Repetophile footage from that show and also a Wiffle Fist band called Beatles with 2 S's. So it looks like Beatless, but it's still pronounced Beatles. And that'll be cool, too. That's like Wiffle Fist's main rock band with my friends Skip and Ian and my friend Scott Craddock, who used to be in Crapper Keeper. It's a very incestuous thing, the Wiffle Fist. Now look at this. Come here, buddy. Come here. Look at this. Hold on. Come here, Meowser. Meowser. There's Meowser. Miss Meowser in the house, everybody. Come here. Look at this girl. Look at this. 12 years old this year. 12 years old. And she deals with Marty a little better than her sister Cricket does. She doesn't really completely love Marty. She sometimes hisses at him and stuff, but she'll sleep next to him, be next to him for an extended period of time and not fuss. He has a little crush on him, but she's a good girl, and she's handling it. Handling it. Oh, really? Vinyl Gayrilla? You like the Silica Gel stuff? Well, that's really cool. We do have CDs and vinyl available. The CD was released in 93, and the vinyl is a double album reissue of the content that was on the CD, plus a lot of extra stuff, live stuff, unreleased music. And that came out in 2016 because this weirdo little record label that just started in Texas said that we want you, Silica Gel, to be our first release because I grew up listening to you and I really like it and I've always wanted to run my own label, and this is the first album I want to put out. Well, that label only was around for 2 releases, us and a band called Bran Flakes, and then it went under. But I felt so lucky that the guy reached out to us and said, we want your band to be on vinyl. And he basically said, do whatever you want with the cover, vinyl color, add all the bells and whistles that you want. We don't care. Really cool. And it was a dream come true for me. Totally dream come true. So, but Vinyl Gorilla, thank you for, oh, I sent you that, Mr. Biz. So you like it. You actually like it. Well, if there's a favorite song of yours on there or whatever, I'd be glad to tell you the whole story about where the samples came from and what the meaning of it all is, because it could be a little hard to tell if you're not in the know, but there are some interesting stories, especially behind the song Master of the Game. That was our hit. That was the most favorite song by most people. Yeah, I sent Mr. Biz that as a gift some time ago because he was sending me lots of incense. And so I thought, I got to send him something. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, Vanilla Gorilla, if you do order the Silica Gel LP, I'll throw in some extra stuff for sure. I appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. So Nathaniel, Silica Gel CD was originally distributed by the guys in Negative Land. I don't know if you guys know Negative Land. It's negative without the E plus land. So it's NEGITIV Land, Negative Land. They were a sound collage experimental band from San Francisco. And they did a lot of cool stuff. They covered a U2 song. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. Released it on vinyl, CD, cassette. Got promptly sued by U2. So that was pulled from the shelves. So that added a lot of interesting stories to their history. But yeah, we were kind of friends with them. We had just met them back then in the early 90s. And they said, hey, we'll help you distribute that. We've never distributed any other band on our label, but we really think this is the kind of stuff we want to put in our catalog. And they did that for us. We sold a lot more CDs than we would have without them. And then in 2016, after that came out, it was maybe a year or two after that came out, they finally said, hey, why don't we add this to our new store we're building? We'd be glad to sell it for you. So they do. And they send me a check every year for, $100, a couple $100, whatever. And I'm just really glad Negativland became our friends. Right, Michael, right. Oh, my shoes. Okay, so there was an event that we were invited to participate in called The Gay Shoe Clerk. And it was this little video, an old ancient video of a shoe person getting somebody to try on shoes. It was all black and white, like those videos that kind of move a little bit too fast for real time. Really old video, like probably one of the first videos ever. And the show was called The Gay Shoe Clerk. And what they did was they reached out to bands and said, we want you guys to do a minute-long song that fits with this minute-long segment of video. So that's why we did Fucking With My Shoes for the Gay Shoe Clerk show. Name your price, Biz. You had no idea I had anything to do with what? Silica Gel? Really? Oh, man. One of my favorite bands in the history of bands I've been in. Silica Gel, Crapper Keeper, Rabid Salesman, and Thor and the Ass Boys. Those are my favorites, I think, of the bands I've been in. Repetophile is up there, too. 404, I remember watching your stream when Fight Milk did their set. They legit hooked me right in, and I've been following your channel since then. Oh, that's great. Fight Milk is always a great band. And one of the guys in Fight Milk, the main dude, Jackson, he is also in a band called the Downey Brothers. I think it's the Downey Brothers. And they do some interesting records too. Jalen, my friend Jalen, is good friends with the guy in Fight Milk, Jackson. And she hit me to the fact that he was in this other band called the, God, I hope I'm not saying it, but I think it's the Downey Brothers. Downy Brothers, I think it is. But yeah, they're great. Piscillion! Though it should have two S's with piss. Fight Milk is great. Yeah, everybody has seen them at Devotional, loves them. Unfortunately, they're not playing this year because Jackson is busy with the bajillion other things he's doing. But they've played there many years. And back when Jackson was just a young man. And his energy is off the chain. He can play a one-man show. He can play with two or three people. Still the same show. Great all the time. A genius, I would say. Mm-hmm. And I mean, so, oh yeah, also coming up on my channel, hopefully soon, by next Thursday, or before, I'm going to do a very VC specific video giving some great vinyl collecting advice. And I think you'll dig it. I've been planning this for a month or so, and I'm going to get it done. So be looking for the VC specific video coming on this channel. And we have 7 minutes, you guys. If there's anything you wanted to ask me, now here's the thing, it's the Fantastic Plastics, but there's also a band from the 80s called The Plastics from Japan, who Devo and Mark Mothersbaugh are very good friends with. So when I first heard of the Fantastic Plastics, I was like, is that like a redo of the Plastics? I couldn't figure it out. Like, did they not know the Plastics existed? It's like somebody doing a band called the Fantastic Devo or the Fantastic Dickies. And you'd be like, well, is that the Dickies or is that the Plastics? I was confused at first. But yeah, it's the Fantastic Plastics. And they are awesome. They do a really good job on their Twitch social media. They probably make a living off of it. They do great live shows, and they're super, super cool people. They've been to Devotional many times, but just not this year. They've played several years in a row, and We just couldn't get him this year. They had other plans, but we love Fight Milk. Definitely. Even the parent, the dad of Jackson comes there, and he brought Jackson to our little hotel party, which sometimes happens on Thursdays, the Thursday before the Friday event, and brought his kid there, and we were partying. His kid wasn't partying, but his dad led him into this situation where there's not a whole lot of young people, and it was cool. His dad's super cool. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Should have been coming to devotionals earlier. Come on to the devotional, Kami. You'd love it. Yeah. One man. All this stuff is, I think, on my YouTube page in some form. Either the whole 8-hour devotional stream or me just shooting them live. There is Fight Milk footage on my page, so go check that out. Copy! That's wholesome. Laughing out loud. Oh, yeah. And then I haven't missed one yet. Meaning he hasn't missed not going. He's not missing it. Because he doesn't know what he's missing, basically. If he went there, he would make friends for life. He'd have a great time. And, Randy would be slightly happier than he is now. I would guess. Mr. Biz. Thanks for helping me talk good about the silica gel, Biz. I appreciate that. Because I don't think I ever got your feedback on what you thought of that record. But yeah, the Master of the Game has the best story, that song. Oh, really? Okay. Devotional. Awesome, Kami. You're going to love Macula Dog. Let me just tell you right now. You're going to love them. And if you've already bought your ticket, you are going to get one of the limited edition 100 items that we make for special people like you. Oh, Randy can. I am a friend of Randy, and he made that happen. He made that happen. And it's been a long time. It's been years. I like that. Have you heard the Radio Berlin EP? I've never heard Radio Berlin, Douglas. I need to be hip to that. The last thing any of us needs is more friends for life. Well, here's the thing. Some friends you have are friends. Some friends will hang around for decades. Mark Mothersbaugh came to devotional once in the 20 plus years we've had it, but he showed up both days. He didn't need to. He only needed to show up Saturday. Showed up both days and hung out tight with the fans the whole time. Just hung out, had a great time, laughed, and screwed with people here, like just fucked with people in great social science ways. And he had a blast. And if his schedule wasn't so full of either Devo or scoring movies, we'd get him there a lot more often. Nobody needs a chaperone at devotional. We'll take care of the kids. Ha ha ha. Hee hee, as she says. Ha ha, hee hee. It's all the same. So 2 minutes, guys. I guess we're going to go. Meowser's over here waiting for me, probably for food. She's right off camera, intentionally off camera. Oh, wait a second. Thorum, go make your popcorn. Eat some for me. I love microwave popcorn. And Clowns Debate, hey, go for it, man. Maybe you want to run that audio through a distortion pedal or a delay pedal. Might make it more interesting for you. I would do that. We were thrilled to see Mark at Decotio. I'm not sure what the Decotio is. Probably going to bounce from the stream. Have a good one. Okay, cool. They're from Florida. Had songs like Political Pop. Oh, I never heard of them. I want to get hip to that. Oh, Devotional. Yeah. Where did Decotio come from? I just thought of a funny band name, System of a Down Syndrome. No disrespect. Not a fan of System of a Down, really. But I probably do need a chaperone. Maybe I will die. It would be a good place to die, actually. Now, Devo is a good way to go out. Hey, man, we're all going out. There's Meowser. All right. So everybody, cheers. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel like I'm hanging out with people for real in an empty house with me and the cats. I love you guys. Thank you very much for coming. Vinyl Gorilla, get in touch with me about the silica gel. And look, we'll be back next Thursday. I hope you guys are here. And in closing, I will say, may the rock and roll gods bless you as they bless me. And I mean that. And I'll go out here while Meowser cleans her foot. Meowser's cleaning her foot. Hold on. Oh, I can't get her on camera. Anyway, so thank you guys. Till next Thursday. We'll speak to you soon. Of course, tomorrow, Silica Gel live footage will be posted at some point, probably in the morning. Thank you guys, really. And try to be last in the chat because that means something at some point. You might win a prize. Bye, y'all. I'm going to end with me drinking this. Oh, that's never happened before. Here we go.